Hello, I just want to come on here and to encourage somebody and to worship. On Sunday, I was at church, I was worshiping, and it started getting hot, and I started sweating, and I'm natural, so if you're natural, you understand. Like if your hair's straight and you begin to sweat, it's gonna next thing I have an afro. And I was at the altar and I was worshiping. The thought came in my head like, oh man, I just spent $120 to get a freaking silk press. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to sweat my hair out. That's the thought that came in my head. And I was like, you know what? I will cut this hair off before I let it stop me from worshiping God. Before I let him stop me from giving God what's due to him. Before I let this hair stop me, I will cut it off. Because it grows back anyways. It's just hair. And so I wanted to share this to say to somebody, like, don't let anything stop you from worshiping God. I don't care what it is. Don't let anything stop you from worshiping God. Because we was created for him. We was created for his purpose. And so I don't care what your situation is. I don't care who you're around. Give him what's due to him. Lift your hand and worship and praise him. Don't you know praise and worship is a weapon? He even said that he would give us a garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. Like sometimes we walk around with this heaviness on us, but he would give us a garment of praise. He didn't say, okay, he said a garment of praise where you can just praise him. And worshiping it can be used as a weapon, because in that worship, you're saying to God, I know what my situation is. I know what it looks like, but I know who you are. So even in this situation, no matter how bad it is, I will lift my hand and worship you. I will lift my hand and acknowledge who you are. Because as the song Jacqueline Carr said, he's bigger than that. Whatever the situation is, he's bigger than that. So even in that situation, if you take that time to acknowledge him, even in that situation, to just worship him for who he is, what can cause a shift. Worship can cause a shift even in your home. Worship can be a weapon. And so I encourage, I don't care what it is. I don't care where you are on your job, give it to him. In a store, give it to him. At a football game, give it to him. Wherever you are, if you feel the need, the urge to worship God or just to give him thanks, do that. It costs you nothing to just lift your hand and give him praise. Because, I came home and straightened my hair back out. So what if I would have been up there and missed my time? Like, oh God, I spent this money and I don't want to sweat my hair out. No, bump that. Because like I tell you, I came home and straightened back out. So why would I let it hinder me? I went in and came out loud, full of joy. I came out feeling so much better than it was. Because in the presence of God, there's a fullness of joy. In his presence, there's fullness of joy. In his presence, there's peace. In his presence, you can be changed. In his presence, like you can be healed. In his presence, like it's awesome. Worship calls us to enter into his presence when we worship in spirit and truth. So we can't let nothing stop us from giving God worship. We can't let nothing stop us from giving him praise. I don't care how bad your situation is. Acknowledge God for who he is. And then I encourage you to find a Bible verse that whatever situation you may be in, struggling with, find a Bible verse that goes with it. Because there's one in there. And God has so many different names. If you're sick, Jehovah Rapha. If you're in lack and it's something that you need, he's Jehovah Jireh. Like find his name and call on him. Because that's why he said, I am that I am. Because everything we need, he is. So whatever your situation is, call on him. Find that name that matches whatever your situation is. If you're confused, he's Jehovah Shalom. He's your peace. And that peace means nothing missing, nothing broken, and nothing lacking. When you receive God's peace. So call on him as Jehovah Shalom. He's peace. Jehovah Jireh, he's a provider. Jehovah Rapha, he's a healer. Jehovah Nisi, he's the Lord our banner. He's everything that we need. And he's worthy. Hear me, y'all. He's worthy of the worship. He's so worthy of our worship. He created us to worship. Don't let anything hinder you from worshiping God, because he's worthy of it. Sometimes we're sitting in situations and we're carrying that weight of it, and we're hurt and we're broken. We just got to lift a hand and worship. When we get on a Ferris ride, I heard this knowledge from someone else. When we get on a Ferris ride, like when we're going down and we're going up, and he said the person that's sitting there quiet, holding it all in, and is not really enjoying the ride as much as the person that's lifting their hand and crying out. So even on this roller coaster ride that we on in this thing called life, when we're up and we're down, don't sit there and just hold it all in. Lift your hand and worship. Lift your hand and call on God for who he is. And watch that thing shift. Worship. Let that be your first response. Worship. Let that be your first response to praise. And don't let nothing stop you. Because it don't cost you nothing. It don't cost you to even say, God, I thank you. It don't cost you anything. So I just want to get on here and just to say, let nothing stop you from worshiping God. Give him what's due to him. Be encouraged.